So I do get questions like, what school should I apply for my admission? A lot of people do ask me in my videos, how can I come to Canada? I want to come to Canada as an international student. How do I get my admission? How do I know what course to study? How do I get the best website that will help me to get the course that I want to study? And that will help me to select the best school of my choice. So in this video, I'll be giving you a detailed guideline, which will be a step-by-step process of how you can get an admission here into Canada, and you can do it all by yourself without an agent.
But if I lay down and I play dead and I stay dead, maybe you'll get...
Hey guys, welcome back. So before I start this video, I would love to let you know that I'm not an immigration officer, neither am I a licensed consultant. I am speaking based on my experience, on how I came, based on my research and on my findings. So the first thing you would want to do is determine the program you want to go for. In determining the program that you want to go for, you have to consider the program that you've had in your past. So if you were science inclined while you were in the secondary school or while in the university, that will give you an idea that you should continue with your science line. And if you were in social science, to also give you an idea of what course to go for. For example, someone asked me in a past video that she studied business administration in her university degree, and she would like to come to Canada to go for a diploma in social service. Because there's no academic growth, that application stands to be rejected. So you have to take considerable time to look into the particular course that you would like to study. So the second thing that you would want to do is to find a school that you would love to attend. And in finding the school you want to attend, you can get this from the website, which is why I'm making this video. You could either check on the IRC website, or you can check on some other websites such as educanada.ca and universitystudy.ca. So with these three websites, it will give you an idea of the schools that you can go for. The reasons you're doing this is because you want to be sure that the school that you got has to be a DLR. What's a DLR? A DLR is a designated learning institution. This is very important because as at the point where you will need to apply for your visa, you will need an acceptance letter from a DLI, which will be used for your visa application. You can check for the DLI in the IRCC website. Another point we're going to talk about is to ensure that whatever program that you're going for is eligible for the postgraduate work permits. And this is a kind of permit that will allow you after graduation to work for certain months, if not years, before you can get your PR or you can extend your stay in Canada. So some schools that don't offer postgraduate work permits will make you have a problem such that upon graduation you will not be able to work. So it's usually advisable to go for a school that has a postgraduate work permit, so that after your school you will be able to work and still stay in the country before you get an extended stay. Please note, while getting the schools, you don't just get only one school. Do your best to get more than 2, 3, 4, 5 schools, so that along the line, step by step, as you're going along with your registration process, as there might be a problem along the line, or there might be something that will make you drop a particular school, probably because you're not eligible for that course, or you're not eligible for that school, or you found out that you wouldn't want to go to that part of Canada or that part of the country. So now you can go ahead and check the admission requirements of each school. That was what I was trying to explain to you earlier on. The additional requirement of each school is what will give you a guideline on which of the schools you selected previously you will be dropping behind, and which of the schools to forge ahead on with. Please know that when you make an application fee for your admission, which is usually around $100 and $150, most schools would usually not refund this money back to you. So it means you should take good care and be sure of a school before you make the application. More often than not, the school fees between colleges and university for a year is usually between $12,000 and $17,000 per annum. Now you've made up your mind about the school that you want to go for, you already know the course you want to go for, you need to check the deadline. Check the deadline about the application, and then you can go ahead to make your application. When you make your application, make sure you fill in all your personal information at the right section where you are asked to fill in your application. It usually takes between 2 weeks to 3 months before you get an admission letter from the school, depending on if it's a college or if it's a university. But within 2 weeks and 3 months, you will definitely get a message from the school. Upon getting a message from the school, then you can go ahead to make your visa application. After getting your admission, and your admission is very close and you are not financially ready to go for your studies as you don't have your living expenses, please know that you can go ahead to defer your admission. You can defer your admission by writing a letter to your school and telling them that you are not available right now for the course, that you would appreciate it if the school can postpone your admission to some other time in the future. But you should make a commitment so that they will believe you, and while your admission is on deferment, you can take your time to work on the other things that you need to do to improve your living expenses and any other money that you would require for your living expenses and for your visa application. So I wish you well in your application, on both on your admission into the schools and also for your visa proper, and I'll see you soon in Canada. Take good care and bye.